Hello everybody, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do calculations using significant figures. So I'm going to do 10 questions that would involve additions, multiplications, subtractions, and divisions. There are only two rules for you to remember. First rule, when it comes to multiplications or divisions, what you do is you follow the normal way of multiplying or dividing something and get your final value. The final value should match the number with the least significant figures. So least significant figures in the given numbers. So if you have a set of numbers to multiply or divide, for an example, if you have say 3.2 times 2 for a simple one, if you do in the normal multiplication, you get 6.4. But this number has two significant figures. This one has one. So the final answer should match the least significant figure value. So there's only one. So 6.4 we have to write as 6. If this was 6.8 or something, then we write it as 7. So you round it up or down to match and bring the significant figures, the least significant figure value. That's multiplications or divisions. When it comes to addition or subtracting, in this case, we keep the final answer to match the one of these the given values with the least, not the significant figures, least number of decimal values. Okay, so least number of decimals means if I have 1.1, I'm doing a simple one to add, you get 2.1. But this number has no decimal, so our answer should be 2. That's the difference. So always when it's a multiplication or division, remember the final answer should match out of the given values the one with the least significant figures. But when it comes to addition or subtraction, the final answer should match out of the values given the least decimal value, the number with the least decimal. Least decimal could be no decimals. So in this case, there are no decimal values. Okay, so I'm going to do a few questions that will help you to understand this better. So I have $1.35 I'm not going to put the units now. Assume 2, 4, 6, 7. You have to multiply. This one has 3 significant figures. This one has 4. So our answer should be in just 3 significant figures. Okay. So my answer would be 3.33. Okay. So you can multiply. It gives you a long number, but you keep it to 3 values. Actually, if I multiply 1.35 times 2.467, I get my real answer would be 3.3045. but I have to match these three significant, so I get these three. There we don't, because the one before that is 0, so we round it down or nothing. So 3.33. Next one, 1035. We divide by 42. So 1035 divided by 42. The number I get here would be 24.64285. Goes on like that. But the least significant figure would be 2. So we have to keep the whole number to just 2 significant values. So 2 is fine, 4, but after that it is 5 or above, so we can make it as 20. Keep it to 2 figures, but 24, but there's a 0.6, it's 5 or above number, then you add 1, that's 25, round it up. Okay, the next one, we do an addition. So 12.01 plus 35.2 plus 6, I get 53.21. But the rule says when you're following significant with the one, because this was multiplication, first one, second one was division. Now this one is addition. So in addition, we keep the final number to match the one with the least decimal. Remember. So this one has no decimal. So our answer should not have any decimals, which means I will have 53. Because this is 2, I round it down, 53. When you round it down, the answer is 53. Okay. All right. The next one, 55.46 minus 28.9. We said addition or subtraction. So this is a case of subtraction. 55.46 minus 28.9. I get 26.56. So the least decimal is here for 1 decimal. So the entire thing to keep to 1 decimal, I can write like 26.6 because it's 5 here and before that it's 6. So I add 1 to 5 and make it 26.6. Fifth one, 0.021 times 3.2 times 100.1. 0 multiplied 0.021 times 3.2 times 100.1. Normal number 672672. Because our accurate, the reason we round it up or down and follow these the least significant figures in the multiplication and division and the least decimals in adding and subtracting, we do that to show the accuracy. Because if you take this first one, there are only 3 significant figures, so our answer cannot be more accurate than the 3 significant figures. I told you how the significance comes, right? So therefore, in a case like that, our answer should be to 2 significant figures, because this one has only 2 and this one also has 2. So we have to go for the one with the least. So my answer would be 6.7. Because how could it be accurate, more accurate, when one of the numbers are not as accurate? It can't go for this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 decimals. It can't go. All right. 150 divided by 4. It's a division. I get 37.5. The least significant figure here is 4. Now what do I do? So I have to round it up. 37, 38. If I can, you might say, okay, why don't I make it 38? But I have to make it to 1 figure. So the closest I can get is 40. That's why the answer would be 40 in this case. It's another answer, okay? Because it's 1 significant figures. 37, 38, we can't leave. There are 2 significant. So you round it up to 40, then you get 1 figure. You can't make it 30, then it's low. So let let's do another one. 0.15 plus 1.15 plus 2.051. Okay, 0.15 plus 1.15 plus 2.051. I get 3.351. We have to go for the one with the least decimal, which is this one. So my answer would be 3.35 because I'm going to keep it to the least decimal. These two are the least decimal. Okay, the value, the out of the given values, the ones with the least decimal, because there are two things in here. All right, so let me clear this one. And 505 minus 450.25. 505 minus 450.25, it is 54.75. So the one with the least decimal, yeah, 2.25. This one, no decimals, right? So these sort of questions would come for the exam because they're going to catch you, right? Because they're on decimal. So the answer should be 55. 1.252, another one. 0.115 times 0.012. Let's see, 1.252 times 0.115 times 0.012. So here the least significant figures I have to bring it to. So which is too significant, right? I put as a significant. So here the answer I get is 0.001727776. But the least two is here, right? So I can't take out. My answer will be 0.00126. All right, everybody, the final one, 1.278 power 3 divide by 1.4267 to the power 2. Okay. Now, different ways of doing this. You can just put it in the calculator and calculate it, or you can do like this. 672. This 2 will cancel and we'll be left with that. So let us divide 1.278 divided by 1.4267. I get answer is 0.89577. I'm not writing the other one. 10 to the power 1, right? That means 8.9577 other things. So now this division. So you have to go for the one with the least significant figure. So this one has 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have to make it to 4 points. So 8.95. I will put 8 here and take this off. So my final answer will be 8.95. Okay. So these divisions and multiplications should not be difficult. You just do normal way. You can use a calculator. Then after that, look for the ones, depending on the operation, you go for the ones with significant figures, if it is multiplication or division, or ones with the least decimal numbers, if it is addition or subtraction. Okay. One final thing is you will not get a question like that at this stage for this level, but if you get a question where it has multiplication, and then after that addition, first do this operation following the multiplication rules. Go step by step. Each step follow, if it's a multiplication rules. If it's a division rules. Then go for this addition rules, or subtraction. So that way, each step you would find the correct significant figures for the values and you move forward. All right, everybody, I hope this helps you to understand better how to apply significant figures when you do calculations.